Hello, hi, it's Liz here, and the camera is up high again because I have the large ledger journal out. This is the Dina Weekly Media Journal, printed ledger journal for mixed media. And yeah, we've done quite a few. I'll just sit back down now that you're going. I have done a few pages. You'll have recognised some of these now that we're starting to fill it up properly, the twirly one. And yeah, the one with the big bird and the happy face and the row of faces, and then this one with the carousel. So I thought we would go back and fill one of the odd pages. This one, I think. Yeah, let's do this one. There's one opposite that, but I'm not sure that what I'm doing just now today is going to be complementary to that one, whereas I think that's okay. That one can, because kind of muted and we'll have anything beside it. So I have this young lady, quite fun, from the Collage Soup Face It book. This is a book by and large filled with faces of all sorts, and somehow when I got this ledger journal, it somehow got filled up. Let me just put that down with the common, kind of semi-common theme is somehow became faces. Well, not that one, you know, but kind of big faces and people, and I don't know why that should be, but that's the way it's turned out. So this is going to be my focal point. I have some bits of tissue paper. This is from the roll of Tim Holtz tissue paper. I believe it now comes in sheets. I also have, for the background, some watercolour paints. I've got some paper from this. This is great. This is shorthand. This is an old shorthand book. It just mesmerises me because I never, although when I was at school it was still kind of on the go, typing in shorthand, but it wasn't something I did at school, and so I look at it and it's just quite amazing to me how anybody could learn that. So we'll take a page of that and maybe use that in the background. I also have some stamps. I've got my film strip stamps and some leafy floral stamps. This is Woodware Woodland Springs Jai GB 005. I have had this for a long time, made in the UK. So Woodware, Clear Magic must be a UK company, and I've got this paper artsy, which I might use this flowery one here. This is HP 1009EZ. Yeah, so we've got them as an option along with our paper and our tissue. Build up a background, and I also have my rub-ons. Since I used these, they've been left out, and I think I used them. Did I use them? I know I used them in here somewhere. Oh, there's a double one that's been skipped. Anyway, I can't remember, but I've used them a couple of times, and I thought, oh, I'll just use the rub-ons again. So I've left a couple of sheets at the top. We've already had bits used and bits missing. So to add a splash of colour, I thought we would maybe go pink. And then maybe add a touch of yellow. So I think these loose ones at the top are from the 49 in Market Botanical Rub-On transfer set. I'm not sure because it's not pink. Is it this other one? Is that where the pink ones have come from? No. No, because that's more woodland animals and daisies and things. So I don't know where the pink, but I'm sure because it's the right size for those packets. So it is 49 in market. I just don't know which, the title, if you like, of the packet. And we'll leave that out because I'll need that. So I thought to start, let's build up a background. I want that and that. The background, the flowers will be in the foreground. We don't need that stick just now. We don't need the stamps just now. What I'm going to do is I want to try and create like a line with her in, kind of in the middle. So much like we did a line across the way with this, I'm thinking a line up and down the way, a vertical line today, because she's got a kind of vertical look. Let me just see that you're in the, there we are, in the centre there. So we'll build up a bit of background, but first of all, now I'm not going to put gesso on this, so I want to be quite light with the watery paint. I'm not, ooh, these stick to the, I was going to say they stick to the ceiling. They stick to the top of the lid. There. So I want to go with the pink and yellow of the rub-ons. So let me just get the pink and the yellow and decide. So it's a kind of softer pink, maybe that pink there and that yellow. I don't want it to be overpowering. I just want a little bit of colour to start us off. Let's move our little lady to a safe place over there before she gets so I've got my little plastic palette just to make sure this is quite, just kind of want to add some background. I don't think we need the palette actually. I'm happy just to kind of go with straight from and hope that we don't make it too wet. I think this paper's quite thick anyway. I don't think that it will. Let's try this lightly. Ooh, or maybe not. Oh, it's fine. Because it'll dry in paler anyway, the way watercolours kind of work. I don't want it all to be like I'm inclined to go like this, and I don't want especially lines that way, so I'll try and go opposite the way that I intuitively do it. Well, I think that'll be enough, and it's just to show through the background because we're going to add all that tissue and whatnot, and the short, I was going to say shortbread, the shortbread paper, the shorthand paper. Right, we'll just leave them aside for the moment. Just give my brush a little skiddle. There we are. Now, let's just see if this is just going to be a wee bit too overpowering. I don't want any straight bits. And I think we'll just kind of start just randomly putting the background. Okay, I've got my glue paper here. Trying to do it away to the side. What's the point of that when I can move it over? And I just want to, like I say, build up the colour underneath isn't entirely dry yet, but I don't think it matters. I think it might actually be easier just to put some glue. Now I've got pink glue. Yes, that's definitely easier. And the pink shows through that. I think that's probably enough of that just now. Maybe we'll use these little odd bits. I don't know if these will get covered up anyway. Probably. That's fine. I think we'll just leave that there and maybe get a little bit of the shorthand. And another piece somewhere. Okay, put all those little bits in the snippet box. Right, so we're building up our background. Let's just try and see. Yeah. So, like I say, there will be little bits just peeking through of certain things. I'm going to just kind of put her to the side a wee bit, I think. Yeah, happy with that so far. Right, now the rub-ons. Let's try. I want to maybe put some of the flowers on top of her, so that she sinks in but I've got this that I think might be nice in the background. Some of these doilies, and I think maybe some of these. Do we want to stamp first or rub on first? I think we'll rub on first. And I think we will do these first. We'll just put the lid on the glue. So, let's think. I think we'll have this little one for sure. Somewhere. And then maybe this bigger one. And maybe some of the splotches as well. Okay, we shall move you, take the rub off the backing. Oh, I said that quite posh there, didn't I? Take the rub off the backing and we will rub. That's an Edinburgh accent. Yes, that's a Morningside. Yes, I'm from Morningside. No, I think I'll just stick with my Glaswegian. Right. And you can sort of tell that it's working because it goes kind of, how would you say, shadowed, like kind of smoky, kind of, you can see that the rub-on has left the plastic and has moved on to the page. But if you lift it slightly, and I'm not actually fussed if it doesn't exactly grab everything. Here we are. So where did she go? Yeah, that's pretty. And we will try this other one over here, I think. You do have to rub quite firmly, and especially because I want it to take on top of something that is still probably quite damp. And I think that's why I might have a problem here. But if I get some of it, I'll be quite happy. Yep, it's because of the wet under there, and it's taken off my, oh, there we are. Yeah, oh. Just lifted it the other way and it came up. Let me just give that a squeeze. Okay. Maybe she's going, oh no, I don't know shorthand. I don't know what that says. Okay, so I think we will do some more black. Maybe just this little random bit of script might be quite good. Just across that page, just to take away the the beige of the shorthand book. So if I get some of the script, that'll be fine. Yep, that's fine. And maybe a splodge, and then we'll be leaving the rub-ons for now until, oh, that fell on the floor. I think we'll have that up there. That should work easy because it's not on any sort of nonsense below it, she says. And it hasn't worked at all. Let me just move it nearer me so that I can get a good grip. Nope, doesn't want to play this one. A little tiny bit there. Sometimes if you've got to rub really quite pointedly, and if it doesn't work this time, no, that's not going to work. That's okay. That was just a wee afterthought anyway. We're happy with this. And I think what we'll do now is we'll do our stamping. So we can move those rub-ons out of the way. And we still have to add our florals. Let's cut out the florals. I think I want this big one on. I'm hoping, oh, I hope these rub-ons work on that, because this is going to be my focal point. And if these don't work, I shall have to have a rethink about what we can use instead of these. But hopefully by the time we go to use them, so I'm kind of hoping that the rub-on will kind of go over her a wee bit. And then maybe a yellow one. Or maybe we'll be asking too much of the rub-on to be up there. Let's see what this one is going to look like. This might be better rather than that other one's kind of a bouquet, whereas this one's like a strip of floral. Might work better in the composition. I'll just cut that out like that. Let's see. Yes, I think I don't want to cover her hand, because that's the whole point, isn't it? To make her look astonished. But I do want a little floral in there. We'll just need to be very careful that we're still, that's maybe better. And maybe the yellow one just as a pop over there. Oh, I don't know now. Where was the other? There, it's lying there. I don't know, is that a stem? Which way up? Ah, yeah, they're growing up the way like that. But I don't want it to look like it's growing out our head. Let's move her more to the middle and put that maybe there. Maybe like that. I'm not sure about the rub-ons now, but let's power on and do some stamping. Let's leave our rub-ons there for now. So I've got this, which I thought might be because it's kind of doing the up and down thing. It's a film strip by Inkylicious. Where's the opening? Here we are. So let's try and just be brave and let's just stamp. Right on the middle. We'll maybe do 2 rows. So, fingers crossed for this, and I might need to stand up just to make sure that I get a good. Now, if she's going to go, I don't want this to end up in a funny spot. No, I think if we do the middle, we can either have her in the middle or to the side. Right, I'm going to go down there. I'm going to press hard and just give it a minute to soak through all those layers. And then we'll keep everything crossed for lifting it up. Okay, here we go. Give it all a good push. Not bad. Not bad at all. I think we'll do it. I think what we'll do is we'll ink up that top half. And then put a bit of paper down, so we don't want it beyond about there. Let me just use, because I know what will happen. I will just put that stamp down and that bit of paper will move. So about there, and we inked up that top half. We'll join that up to about there. Yeah, okay. I think I'm going to move her up a wee bit. I think I'm going to move her up to about there. Because if I put her down there, that just ends in a funny spot. So I'm going to put her up there. It needs a wee bit glue. Now we have to decide, are we going to stamp some more? Or are we just going to try the rub-ons? Oh, right, now if that rubs on, that's good there. And that might be good there. Could use maybe a bit of that. Okay, so are we good with that, or are we going to add another bit of black stamping? I'm not sure I want any more black stamping. Do we want to try? Nope. Right, decision made. What other pink bits have I got? There's that. Right, let me move the stamps out the way because we're not going to use them. We've got rub-ons here. We've got maybe to add some more of that. Let's see. Right, so we've got that there. No, that doesn't work. Right, I'm going to get her down. I'm going to stick her on, and then we'll just deal with whatever comes along. Glue. Okay, so, oops, that was nearly the water. It was about here. She's like, oh, for goodness sake, make up your mind. I think that's what she's saying. Right, let's give this rub-on a go, because it's going to be on so many different textures, but we're asking a lot of these rub-ons to rub on, not just on plain. Right, and I'm just going to use my more oomph stick instead of their wee plastic one. I don't know if it will make any difference using the bigger stick, but we'll give it a go. The problem is my rub-ons are quite old, to be honest. I'm just not sure most of the time they're up for doing it, but I'm just not sure. But well, so far so good. There we are. I just got a little tiny bit of the stem missing, but I don't care about that. And that definitely works to bring her into, I've creased her, into the, sink into the picture, into the, yeah, the page. Okay. Do we want the splash of yellow? That's the thing. I'm just not sure. What other bits of pink have we got? I wonder if another doily going the other way. Like there. Actually, might be and I'm just going to turn you around. There, got it all that time. Yes. Yes, that's better. Oh, it's gotten quite dull. Aha. Now I wonder. If there's a use for some of these lines. Maybe see just to very ruthless cutting that in half there. Didn't even hesitate. And just doing it slightly over her head. Yeah. Pretty good. I mean, you can barely see it, but it's just there enough. I think we'll put another bit on this side, just a wee bit lower down. I think now that the water from the paint has dried, they're going on better. Yeah, I'm liking that. It's built up nicely. Wonder if we should give her pink cheeks. What do you think? I've got 2 wee pink hearts. No, that would that be silly? To give her 2 wee pink heart cheeks? I'm not sure, actually. Well, we can see, we can visualise it if we don't lean this too much. I'm not sure hearts are a thing for this page. Right, now, are we sure that's us done? I've got my title and she is saying something that I think is quite appropriate. She is saying, well, I never. That's quite good, isn't it? Now I'm wondering if we need to add a little bit of pink or a little bit of rub-on. I wonder if we should have put the well I never underneath the doily there, but I've got wee lines. I've got wee lines that would maybe just do the trick. I'm going to have tiny wee bits of rub-on everywhere. Right, what we have to do then is stick it down first. So are we happy with it there? I think so. You're still with me? What time are we at? 42 minutes, that's not bad. Keep you under the hour. As long as I don't waffle on too much at the end. Just turn that up a little bit. There we are. And I stamped that out just with my little alphabet stamps. So, I'm not sure that these will do the trick, but we'll give it a go. Yep, well, it bounced off, so yeah, that's not bad at all, actually. I wonder if the slightly broader one would go over the 2 instead of the little narrow one, which I've lost now. Is that too thick, the one? Let's try this. put the lid on the glue, turn the book around. I'm just doing this to incorporate so that the title just isn't sat there on its own without being part of the, you know, the layout. That's the plan anyway. Let's see if at least if I can get some of that. That's picking up the whole paper. There. That's not bad actually. And what I might do, just to bring it in even more, is get our fine liner pen and just give it a bit of a frame. Yeah. I think that's okay. Yeah. I think I'm done. Let's push everything out of the way and have a look. I'll just get up and off my squeaky chair and let you see. I think it's quite good. I'm quite liking it. It's a wee bit different. I wonder if she needs some outline. I don't think so. I'm going to leave it. I'm going to leave it and be happy with it the way it is. Okay, so that's today's Mixed Media Monday on a Wednesday. Everything's up in the air this week, changed days and did things on a different day. But, you know, that's what it's all about, isn't it? You do what you feel on any given day. This is really coming on. I'm really pleased with it. Okay, that's me. Thanks for joining me. If you've enjoyed the video, a thumbs up would be great. And I'll see you next time. Bye for now.